We're going to acknowledge each of the USM Faculty Regents Award nominees. These nominees will go forward to the USM, and the decisions will be made in the spring as to who is awarded the awards from the USM, which is the selection is by the Regents. So right now, when your name is called, if you could please come up, receive a token gift, and have a picture with the Provost, which I know you will cherish. We would greatly appreciate it. So, Dr. Sid Kaza is not here today because he is in Washington, D.C., involved in an activity related to his scholarship. So unfortunately, he isn't here today, but we're gonna ask Dean Vanko to come up and accept the portfolio for Dr. Kaza. And Dr. Sid Kaza was nominated in the area of teaching. Next up, we have Clare Muhoro, who was the nominee for, one of the nominees for public service. Could you come up, please? Next, alphabetically,
Thank you.
is Dr. Pamela Lottero-Perdue, another nominee for teaching. I don't know that she is here today. So she will be receiving a portfolio. We won't make Dean Vanko come back up again. And now, we'd like to recognize Professor Marlene Riley, a nominee for public service. Marlene, could you please come forward? The next nominee is in the category for scholarship. Would Ying Yang Shao please come forward? And the last nominee is again for this in the category for scholarship, Dr. Vera Samali Ani Nova. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
We had many, many qualified candidates who were nominated. These 6 were the top of the pool that was nominated. We are very proud of this group, and we look forward to seeing what the results are in the spring. Could we have one more large round of applause for the nominees?
The 2018 Innovation in Teaching Award honors faculty who have implemented outstanding innovative teaching approaches shown to increase student learning and success. Innovative teaching is broadly defined and may include the use of new instructional technologies, the use of traditional technologies in creative ways, novel approaches to instruction, and new ways to engage students in the learning process. This year's award focused on innovative projects conducted by individuals or groups of faculty of any standing, with a full-time faculty as project lead. I'm going to read a short description of each project. Really, my description does not do total justice to it because these were very lengthy and well-documented applications. And so I hope that I have been able to capture the essence. I'll read a description of the project, and then I'll call the faculty to please come up and receive their award. And I'm going to follow the listing at the back of the program. The first project is MEGA, Math Engagement Gaming Application. MEGA is a game-based approach to mathematics lesson design that balances group work, practice, and feedback with lecture in a way that enhances each component. Mega borrows the features of gamification, including socialization, competition, feedback, motivation, and reward. A unique feature of Mega is redemption, where students have the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. This opportunity, which extends only to graded homework and quizzes, not exams, allows students to redeem up to 80% of lost points, provided they seek help from the instructor during office hours, can explain their errors, mistakes to the professor, and can solve a similar problem. Adopting Mega has led to enhanced student engagement, enthusiasm, understanding, and resulted in overall improved performance and positive student feedback. An improvement in both teaching evaluations and GPA was observed in each of the 3 individual math courses over a 2-year period in which the approach was applied. Some comments from students included, quote, "I love the game show because it forced me to participate in class, and it made me less afraid of asking questions that might sound stupid and answering questions even if I wasn't 100% sure my answer was right, because if it was wrong, the professor would explain the concept and why my answer was wrong." Another student wrote, "I really appreciate the redemption points offered in the course. It allowed me to reflect on my mistakes I had made on my quizzes and homework. Plus, redemption points helps boost my grade, as well as gain more insight on the materials and concepts I am learning." In sum, Mega is a faculty-designed game show approach to teaching math that addresses the need to reassess teaching practices and revamp them to become more effective for meeting the needs of a diverse student population at Towson University. And so it's my pleasure to give the award for Mega to Dr. Rajiv Walia. Dr. Walia? Next, we have meaningful gamification in an industrial organizational psychology course. This year-long project investigated whether an industrial organizational psychology course implementing meaningful gamification elements via role-play exercises, i.e. play, exposition, choice, and multiple levels of analysis, individual, team, and class, through engagement, information, and reflection, would demonstrate an increase in learning outcomes compared to a traditional industrial organizational psychology course. In the meaningful gamification sections, there were additional descriptions and grading structures that incorporated meaningful gamification elements of play, exposition, information, choice, and engagement. The grading system was designed to equate experience points earned through completion of assignments and mastery of course material. Students were also provided with extra credit that could be earned through cooperative play among the class, that is, choice and engagement. Results showed creating an active learning environment that promotes social collaboration via the implementation of meaningful gamification elements leads to higher perceptions of engagement, motivation, and perceived learning of course material, rather than a traditional classroom using the same instructional techniques. Students reported that the instructional design, that is, inclusion of play, exposition, and choice of the course, led to significantly higher perceptions of understanding course content, increasing student confidence, keeping students involved in the class, reinforcing key concepts, developing their reasoning ability, and increasing application of course content. Students in the experimental condition reported the course motivated them to learn more than did those in the traditional course. Finally, this course connected to several goals recommended by the American Psychological Association guidelines for the undergraduate psychology major, including scientific inquiry and critical thinking, communication, and professional development. It's my pleasure to present the award for Meaningful Gamification in Industrial Organizational Psychology course to Dr. Jessica Stansberry and Dr. David Ernest. And the third project, the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program. The Inside Out Prison Exchange Program, CRIMJ 475, is a unique opportunity for Towson University students to study the criminal justice system from inside a jail with incarcerated men, women as their fellow students. The core of the Inside Out program is a semester-long academic course through which outside, i.e. undergraduate students, and the same number of inside, i.e. incarcerated students, attend class together inside a correctional institution to learn together as peers. Participants read a variety of texts and write reflective, analytical papers. During class sessions, students discuss issues in small and large groups. In the final month of the class, students work collaboratively on a group project. For example, designing a model jail facility. Inside Out is an opportunity for college students to go beyond textbooks and behind jail, prison walls to reconsider what they have come to know about crime and justice. Although many of our students expect to work in the criminal justice field, most have not been inside a correctional facility or spoken directly with an incarcerated individual. Inside Out allows them to be equal participants in the exchange of knowledge, and their contributions to course discussion are often detailed and profound. Results of the project suggested consistent patterns in student learning and personal growth as a result of this innovative learning experience. Participants developed a deeper and more complex understanding of the causes of crime and our societal response to it. They expressed greater compassion for those who are different from themselves and a stronger sense of their own ability to create change. Towson University's Inside Out course is one of more than 300 such courses now being taught in the United States. Finally, research on prison education programs suggests that higher education in prison reduces recidivism, saves taxpayers money, and improves the broader communities to which formerly incarcerated individuals return. It's my pleasure to present the Innovation in Teaching Award for the Inside Out Prison Exchange Program to Dr. Alicia Azeltine and Dr. Michelle Manassa. Next, we have redesigned and flipped courses in biology. Introduction to Cellular Biology and Genetics is taken by approximately 600 students each year in classes of up to 150 students. In this project, 2 biology faculty implemented 2 different approaches, but with the same goals in mind: to increase opportunity to learn in large enrollment courses and to reduce the rate of students who earn final grades of D, F, or W. One approach used by Dr. Margulies required students to read the text before each lecture set and take a McGraw-Hill written online assessment of their understanding called a textbook pre-quiz. From those questions, he pulled the metadata provided online, which showed the, quote, most missed questions and the most misunderstood concepts to recraft lectures from all-encompassing material to what students needed most. Dr. Margulies also used clickers for credit in the classroom. Questions were posted in a think, pair, share fashion, allowing students to explore their understanding. Shorter, more frequent assessments called examlets, consisting of 5 multiple-choice questions and 1 short answer question, helped prep students for taking the final exam, which resembles 5 back-to-back examlets. Both clicker and examlet results are uploaded to Blackboard frequently so that students always have their most up-to-date status in class. In Dr. Wimmer's approach, he used Panopto to record lectures as they happened in the classroom. Each pre-recorded lecture was approximately 20 minutes long. The lectures were divided into short segments to make them more accessible to the students. In the lectures, students viewed a series of PowerPoint slides with the instructor's voice and embedded animations and video. They also could watch the movement of the cursor as specific points on the slides were being referenced. Quizzes based on the videos encouraged students to come to class prepared, provided formative assessment to both the student and the instructor, and provided practice with the types of questions used on exams. In-class meetings consisted of iterative and scaled challenge questions that students worked on both individually and collaboratively. Historically, 40 to 55% of students in this course withdraw or earn a grade of D or below each semester. When using these flipped approaches, the instructors have been able to reduce the DFW rate in their classes to 20 to 25%. This improvement has come without lowering departmental standards, such as including critical questions and assignments required across all sections. The majority of students who viewed the pre-recorded lectures also reported reading the text at least 75% of the time before coming to class. Student evaluations of the course in general and of the instructor in particular have increased since the flipped classroom was started. Finally, innovations in this flipped classroom project are consistent with trends in science education recommended in the Next Generation Science Standards, as upheld jointly by the National Academy of Sciences, the National Science Teachers Association, and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. By lowering the DFW rate for majors such as biology, forensic science, molecular biology, and biochemistry and environmental sciences and studies, there is an increase in the percentage of students who will likely graduate in those majors. It is my pleasure to present the Innovation in Teaching Award to Dr. Larry Wimmers and Dr. Barry Margulies. And our 5th award goes to a project-based learning method, a robust and applied business process management experience. Business process management is a discipline that helps managers and analysts design, run, administer, and monitor enterprise business processes. This course was redesigned to include industry-based content, conceptual teaching, applied teaching using technology, and an experiential industry engagement using a project-based learning approach. Since there are no academic textbooks for this subject, Dr. Tomasi reviewed numerous professional books to find the appropriate material to support the course. The course was divided into 2 types of sessions: concept sessions and laboratory sessions. In the concept sessions, students learn about the tools and methods in BPM, as well as about the phases in the BPM life cycle that helps organizations with continuous process improvement. During the laboratory sessions, students practice how to use business process modeling and notation language and an industry-based modeling software. During the laboratory sessions, students work together and ask questions to interpret the process description. Numerous practice sessions throughout the semester provided sufficient application of BPMN to produce process models that were correct. Students also felt more confident of their BPM and knowledge in their application of the process modeling skill. In the project-based learning portion to the course, students worked with internal and external organizations to develop recommendations for process improvement based on the concepts learned in class. The project was weighted as much as an exam, 20%, toward a student's final grade. Students worked throughout the entire system with business clients that included local Baltimore businesses and various offices at Towson University. 8 essential elements frame the course to ensure rigor. They included a driving question or challenge, the need to know, inquiry and innovation, student voice and choice, feedback and revision, and publicly presented product. 87% of students stated they learned the techniques explained in each of the phases of the BPM life cycle by actively engaging in the project throughout the semester. Without the use of the project-based learning approach, students would need to memorize and abstractly conceptualize the BPM concepts and the BPM life cycle. Not only did the experiential component make the learning easier, it gave students confidence in their job search and experience for their resumes. Also, 75% of the students stated that the interaction with the client benefited them in the project. Finally, this project supports Towson University's objective to provide internships and experiential learning opportunities by engaging students in working with corporate and nonprofit organizations, while at the same time creating a model of outstanding stewardship by increasing collaborations across the university. It's my pleasure to give the Innovation in Teaching Award to Dr. Stella Tomasi for a project-based learning method, a robust and applied business process management experience. And let's hear it one more time for all of our winners.